Welcome in, everybody. Excited to bring some fresh content for the Winterhawks fans here. I'm pleased to be joined by Winterhawks captain Kyle Chyzowski, who's on the road. We've got a really fun special here planned for you. We're going to be going through some shift-by-shift experiences from Kyle's game against Wenatchee. So before we do that, Kyle, just overall, how are you, and how's the road trip been so far for you?
I'm doing good. Obviously, last time through Kamloops and Victoria in my career potentially. So trying to enjoy it. Got some family out here, which is exciting, and trying to get a couple wins this weekend.
So kind of where we're going here tonight is just to kind of go shift by shift and kind of help fans maybe understand a little bit more kind of inside the game and kind of what you might see on the ice, and kind of looking back at plays and doing kind of some film study to help them kind of understand, here's what I was doing. I've picked the Wenatchee game. I think that was a game that you played really well in, and I thought there's some good moments. There's some moments that I know when we talked post game that you're like, yeah, I might not have wanted to do that one, but
Yeah,
also like I got to stand up, right? So, and I think that's part of what we want to try and show fans is that there's a lot that goes into a game and a lot that you may not be seeing. So, so with that, we'll just kind of let me just ask you, how do you guys utilize film study, and how does that kind of benefit you?
yeah. I think for us, film study is gives us an idea a little bit on every opponent. So sometimes it can be tendencies of what we might expect from them. And then on the other side of it, I think it gives you an idea on stuff that you might be struggling with or have a habit or something that you're doing. You don't really realize it.
Sure.
And so being able to actually watch on film and see what you're doing wrong gives you a little bit better of an idea on what to change.
Yep.
So from that standpoint, it's good. I think special teams wise, film actually gives you an actual visual on what to expect from another team and what works for you guys.
Yep.
So I think it's a big part of us, and I've been doing it for the whole 5 years I've been here, and it's always been able to help us.
Yeah. And is it something that you enjoy reviewing your own shifts, or is that something where, some guys I know love it, some guys are like, I don't really want to go back and watch it? Kind of what's your stance on video?
Yeah, it is. It is kind of your own kind of opinion on it, but for me, I really like it. I think you can really see, especially when you're playing the same teams, what you're doing right and wrong, and it gives you a little bit of like a blueprint on what to do going into the next game. I think I play enough minutes and play enough where I can go back and watch stuff and then be like, okay, I know this is going to happen next game, so I already know I need to change that. So
Yep.
I enjoy kind of seeing what stuff I'm doing wrong, but also what's working and what's right.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we'll just kind of jump in. So I'll kind of tee us up. And if you want to go kind of backwards or forwards or anything, let me know. And,
Awesome.
if there's nothing to see on the shift, we'll just kind of move forward. So, so let me get this started here. So right here, this, and just so people understand, we're pulling this from a software that's made available both to Kyle and to scouts and to people called Instat, and this is pulling the broadcast from WHL Live. So there might be some instances where we're not going to be able to see Kyle. I've tried to do the best I can to try and highlight him when we get to different moments of the shift. But so here, Kyle, this is kind of the first shift of the game. The camera work is a little bit different to start. So, but just kind of overall, as this kind of plays, what are you kind of looking for in your first shift? And if you remember your first shift from the Wenatchee game?
Yeah, I don't really remember, but obviously, like most first shifts, you kind of want to get a hit or kind of get involved and try and get a puck touch. So I mean, we'll see, but for me, normally that's the plan is get involved in the game and try and get a touch on the puck and make a play that's positive.
Yeah, so I know, Wenatchee kind of had possession here a little bit to start, but is this something for you guys? I know you want to come out kind of buzzing. We hear, Mike and Kyle over the years have talked about, 10 shots in 10 minutes, and here you guys kind of get the puck into the zone. But I'll just kind of, for you in this first shift here.
Yeah, I think that's normally the plan. You want to be pretty direct, and just a little bit of a bobble there, but yeah, the plan on obviously there is be direct and try and bring a lot of pucks towards the net early. I think that was a good touch
Yeah,
there too around the net, and obviously like that, being able to get a look like that for a shift is definitely positive.
yeah, and getting that first touch, that kind of really helps you kind of get a feel for the game a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I think
Yeah.
with the anthems and the starting lineups and all the stuff going on before the game, there's a little bit of a lull, and you're not as kind of engaged as you are, for warmups and before the game. So once you kind of get going and you get out there, you want to try and do something that's going to get your brain activated right away.
Yep. All right, so we'll jump into this. This is your second shift here. So a couple minutes later, about 15:41 here, starting in left here in the first period. So play is going to start behind the Winterhawks net. So Wenatchee's just kind of moving it side to side here. I believe you're coming on the ice now here.
Yeah.
No, but never mind. That's Duguay coming in.
Yeah, I see it here. I think good job here. We're kind of catching him on a change,
Yep.
and obviously trying to get something going early. It's still kind of a back and forth game. I took a little bit of a run at that guy there to try and spark something, but didn't connect. Honestly, thankfully, I didn't.
Yep. Okay, so here's a moment where we've got it paused for people to kind of be able to see. So coming into the zone.
Yeah, coming in the zone, you kind of want to try and find some quiet ice, and then obviously, as a team, we try and have an anchor guy around the net, so want to go to the net.
Yeah, there it looked like that you kind of knocked you down behind the play, get right back up, jump in and do it.
Took a bit of a shot there, which is pretty common if you're going to go to those areas. You got to be ready to. And you can see kind of going back at it with the guy, but good job by Carter helping me out because I don't know if I would have been able to handle that guy. It's kind of the price of going around the blue paint. You kind of know you're going to have to work for all the ice that's available in there, and that's kind of the trade-off. If you want to go to those areas where you can score, you're also probably going to get a couple shots that you don't like.
Yeah. And is that kind of as you guys kind of go through that kind of those scrums there after the whistle, does that kind of get you engaged and kind of get the bench going? And for you mentioned Carter jumping in. Is that kind of just teammates standing up for each other?
Yeah, for sure. I think you never want to be the guy that gets caught out of that pile and given a penalty or anything. But sometimes that's a way for a guy to get into a game is kind of be a little bit chirpy or a little bit chippy and try and get under someone's skin, or that kind of gets your blood flowing a little bit. And from a team side, I think for sure it gets the guys engaged, kind of knowing that everybody's into it and it's going to be a little bit of a feistier game.
Awesome. Cool. We'll keep going. This is start the third shift here. They didn't really give us a chance to see the setup off the face off here for you, but again, about 14 minutes left here in the first period.
Yeah.
So here's Kyle here.
Yeah, try to keep that one in there, but still early in the game, and I think we had a good amount of momentum early. So right here, just trying to put that one right over the pad, but hit the midsection. But a good play by Diego to try and find that in behind because those Ds stay up pretty tight. So you want to try and make a play in behind them and make them turn, and that's where you're going to find a lot of open ice. I think same thing here with Carter, just trying to get that puck in behind for him and let him work in behind.
Yep. I know you mentioned hey, you wanted to try and keep it in. I had highlighted when I was watching this, I was like, the puck didn't stay in, but you won a 1-on-2 puck battle. Is that something when you watch that shift that, hey, I'm focused on I won that 1-on-2 puck battle, or are you focused on, I wish I would have been able to keep that in?
No, I think with that, it's a good point that you still keep possession. And I think that's a big thing in today's game is wanting to keep possession, and especially being a last guy back, or you don't want to make a play that might be dangerous and come back the other way. Wenatchee's a team that transitions really fast, so you got to be careful with that type of thing. So keeping possession and our transition game is good. So being able to give that up to the Ds, it comes right back down their throat, and we still get opportunity off of it.
Awesome. We'll jump ahead here. This is Wenatchee on the power play leading to your shorthanded goal.
Awesome. Yeah, you can see they're a little bit kind of discombobulated, so that's where you want to be a little bit more aggressive and stand up a little bit more. It's a good save.
And how much are you reading the play actively versus knowing, okay, this is what we talked about in the pre-scout?
It's a bit of both. I think you're not always going to get the same type of play off every power play. Obviously, they have their tendencies, but you're going to get a different look because they're also reading you guys. So you have to be able to make a play on the fly. I think that's why your penalty kill guys have to be your most high IQ guys, because you have to be able to read what's going on and be able to handle adjustments. And a great play here, obviously early in the game still. So Z's going to put that on net. The rebound comes out. We knew that the goalie lets out rebounds. So a good job by Z to fire a shot away and gets a good bounce, and then I'm able to put it home. But even Rudig there on the entry makes a good play just to poke that puck and fire it down the ice, knowing that we have guys going the other way. You know that their power play is going to be pretty aggressive in the zone entry. So if you can break something up and fire it the other way, you're going to have an odd number attack.
Yeah, and as we're waiting for the replay here, how much is that of Z realizing maybe is he trying to score here, or is he also maybe trying to do a shot off the pad?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. And I when he's in a position where he is right inside that hash mark, all by himself, you have a really good chance to score from there, especially a guy like him who could shoot the puck really well. So you never really want to pass up an opportunity like that to maybe make a pass through to me and see that deflected. If you can score from a spot like that, let it rip. So he did a good job there, being confident and letting it fly.
Awesome. We'll keep us moving here. Here you guys are kind of lining up for the face-off. Obviously you're taking the draw here. On this one, I think Jordan on the left side there is gonna kind of jump in, but kind of walk us through what's going through your mind after the face-off here.
Yeah, so it's a read now, and Jordan tries a good try on the inside there to the dot, and obviously we lose the face-off, so you want to try and stay above and not dive in and get caught. You can see here, they come down the ice, but we have good numbers, and with that, here comes transition the other way. So you don't want to get caught. Obviously, you're in the offensive zone, but still, you want to be smart and you want to be safe with what you're doing. And then, as you can see, a good back check kind of leads to a transition the other way, and this is how we score a lot of our goals. Is coming back the other way up a transition. Jordan makes a great play. Obviously, I missed the shot there, but a good drive by Diego too, which opens up everything in behind. I think that's like a grade A look, and if you can get a chance like that in a game, you're doing good things.
Yeah, and what are you reading there in as you're kind of trying to fill a lane? Are you trying to read? I know you guys work on different situations like that in practice, but what's kind of your read on that odd man rush?
Yeah, for me, it's a little bit of is our middle drive kind of pushing through, and when I get this puck, am I going to have time to grab it and make a play, or do I have to kind of one timer like I did right away? You might be a little bit congested, and you got to get the puck off right away. You might be able to catch it and try and make a move on the goalie there. It kind of felt like it was pretty crammed up, and I just wanted to get a shot on net, which I still think was a good try and a good look.
Absolutely. Keep us going here again off the face off.
Yeah, you can see we have really active Ds. So I think this is 4-on-4 if I'm. Oh no, 5-on-5. Okay. But yeah, Tyson really active. So whenever you're out there with him, it's going to be a quick transition. And so we're able to get out of the D zone, which is really nice. Obviously, we're feeling good. To be honest, my legs felt good after getting an early goal. So eating pretty well and getting good looks. And same thing here, just driving to the net, trying to get something to go. A good try, and right here, a really good try. You can kind of see everything's trying to come towards the net. Every play is a pass that leads to a chance or a shot that's a rebound with a chance. So that was kind of the plan, is everything's got to be direct towards the net. And I thought our line was doing a really good job in the first period with that.
Yep. This next one here, this is the face-off after Brown is released from after the fight. Is there? I know you can see here at the bottom, everybody's kind of standing up, banging their sticks on the boards. Is this kind of a big moment for guys as you kind of congratulate Reed for kind of standing up and doing that?
Yeah, I think really awesome to see a 16-year-old that stands up like that and had a hell of a fight too. It wasn't a wrestling match. It was two guys that were really chucking them. So that kind of fight and bravery to do that really jump starts our team, and it can really turn a game on its head.
Yeah, on this one here, I wanted to ask you elected to try and win it forward there. Is that just kind of reading the centerman's stick? Is that something that you've noticed tendencies now that you've taken a couple draws at this point?
Yeah, I think it's also going up against the same centerman. You want to try and do different stuff just to keep them on their toes and try and find a different way to win faceoffs. If you're ever able to jump through on a neutral zone faceoff, you're probably giving yourself a good chance on an attack play. So right there, that was the plan, and see if I can catch them off guard and get something off the rush.
We'll just kind of let you watch here.
Yeah, later in the period too. So the ice is a little bit heavier, and you're a little bit more tired, so you can't stay out for as long, and you don't have as much stamina. So you want to be smart, but obviously we did a good job killing that play in the D zone right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, this is the spot I wanted to ask you about. So I believe this is you, kind of right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but kind of
Yeah,
right in front of the bench. So I
yeah,
notice your stick right going up. Is that you directing traffic?
yeah. Just trying to see if we can catch him up that side. Just because I know I have enough speed where if he redirects that pass, I can be the first guy in and get that puck. So the plan there is kind of to give Griffin an idea like, hey, send it up that way. I'm going to win the race, and I think that helps out D-man sometimes because it seems like there's a lot of traffic in the neutral zone and you can't really read what's going on. So to try and give an idea like of where to go and what we're kind of pushing towards helps them out.
All right, we'll catch your last shift here of the first period.
Good job by Jordan coming back and playing down low for me and same thing I said right late in the period. So you want to be smart and you don't want to give up anything. It's heavy ice, so you have to be careful with everything you do. Um, I mean, a good move by that guy there, but a great block by Ryder, and I think that's a really good job of our D man. We play 2-on-1s really well. Stuff like that will happen where a guy makes a good move, but you can see how well our defense can handle that. And that's really impressive to be able to kill a play like that in a 2-on-1 right in front of your net. That's a high end chance.
Yeah, it seems like Ryder does those types of blocks seemingly every game, multiple times a game.
Yeah,
Is that just kind of a big part of his game right now?
yeah, it is. I think he's learned and over the course of 5 years and practicing games, he's had so many reps at it that it's second nature to him, and he knows how to kill a play, and he's never afraid to put his body on the line, which you saw right there. I mean, it's a dangerous shot that he's taking, but there's no hesitation on it.